Hey there, my name is Brian Nesline. I'm a psychic, clairvoyant, oracle card reader. Oracle cards are just words and images. We pick them randomly, or so it seems. We just pick what we're inspired to pick in the moment. We surrender to the moment, and we allow it to flow. And then I'll read the cards. There'll be a story. Now this reading is going to be a little different. I'm just going to read it as, literal as possible. Ready? In life, we transform. The things that are dark, the things that are scary, they contain light. So they look like crap when they first happen, those details. You might know this from personal experiences that were dark. You don't need me to list them. You know what your own crappy experiences were. But the card is saying that we can transform all of those and mine the light out of them. How do you do that? I've got a video called Making Powerful Affirmations from Past Memories. I'll put that down in the description. You can use it to actually go into a past memory and look at it in a new way. And by doing that, you'll unlock all of the white light that's in it. It's like new energy, new power. And you can use that in the present and point it, just like this sword or this phoenix. You can point that towards present goals. So anything that's happened in the past, good or bad, can be used to tap into and unlock new power. Let's pull another card. The dream. In life, we all have these dreams. Some people, they're dreaming of their romantic love. That won't fix us, although it's sweet. The bigger dream is the divine masculine and the divine feminine. These are the two parts of our spiritual identity. She's dressed in green to recognize the spiritual body. The green is the spiritual heart chakra. It's a symbol for trading your identity from yourself to your spiritual, non-material, conscious observer person. When you're that, you can get out of yourself and you can look up at the dream of the divine masculine and the divine feminine. All this is saying is that we want to communicate with them. The blue 6 is us as a self, because the number 6 represents the mortal self in the world, and the blue diamond represents communication, the throat chakra. We want to communicate with the divine masculine and the divine feminine that is in us. The divine masculine is what we would call love, and the divine feminine is what we would call light. Love and light are together forever and playing out a divine story within us, within each of us. The dream. They're having a dream of us, of life. They're having an offspring, a baby called you. The divine masculine, which is words or love, and the divine feminine, which is emotion or light. These two combine up here in the spiritual dimension, and they give birth to a child called you, me, our personal lives, all the circumstances in our personal lives, the dream. They're dreaming about us. They're creating our personal experiences. So if you wake up spiritually, meaning that if you let go of yourself and you move into this other relationship, in other words, stop looking for another person to complete us and instead realize that we don't need a better half, that we already are whole as the divine masculine, which is our words, and the divine feminine, which is our emotion. We can use that up here in our imagination space, our spiritual space, to believe what we prefer and watch it come to pass in our personal life. We can control the dream. We can have a lucidity, set loose what we prefer into the dream of our personal day and circumstances. Let's pull another card. The Lovers. Now there's no surprise there, okay? Let me point this out. The reason, first of all, why the Lovers card came next was because we're talking about the dream and about the lovers, the true lovers, which is the divine masculine and the divine feminine. But there's something more here. There's you as a human being seeing eye to eye with you as a spiritual being. So you are doing this right here. Both cards are showing the same thing. And you want those two to become one. Your spirit and yourself to become one. For you to say, you know what? I'm not going to be able to find that perfect mate, that perfect this, that perfect whatever, that perfect job, that perfect amount of money, that perfect car, the perfect looks, the perfect relationship, none of that. Instead, I'm going to find the perfect couple inside of my spiritual space. And I'm going to accept that gift of the light, and I'm going to bring that down into the world. Now I'm a whole being. Let's pull another card. Remember, just very literal. There's the harmony of our self and our spirit, which gives us that blue power of communication in the dream. We're going to be able to bring into the world our true hopes and dreams because we're working with the couple that gives birth to it. The language and the emotion that we can imagine up here. This is all about faith. You want to go into your faith space, ask the lovers of your words and your emotion to give birth to a baby. The baby is going to be your personal hopes and dreams, your highest hopes and dreams. And then it's going to come into the world, represented by the 1 and the 0, the 10. Those are binary numbers, 1 and 0. It's just showing that those two can combine. They can be harmonious. When you are harmonious with your identity as a spirit and a self combined, we're really getting hooked up. So this is great news. The good news, like the Bible would say. Be born in spirit, like the Bible would say. Not to quote the Bible, but I just did. Who cares? It's just a book with words in it. Words and images, just like the oracle cards, just like the billboard that you just drove by. Not at this moment, but earlier today or later. Now look, let's pull another card. Transformation as the Thunderbolt. Okay? Look, this is the story we've been telling. You go up into your identity as a spirit. You notice the divine masculine words and the divine feminine, the light or emotion. You formulate what you want, and you've now become harmonious as that spiritual and mortal being combined. Then you get your true wings of light. You can see there's your spiritual body with your electric light wings of joy and creativity. That's what the yellow and orange is. Joy and creative spirit coming into the world. And look, it is casting off the desire or need to find another half in the world. Now, this doesn't mean we leave relationships or anything like that. We're not saying that. We're just saying that we are relating with the people and the things around us in a new way, in a spiritual way, because we know that they're not completing us so much as we are seeing what we can bring down and bring in, pack into the stream of life with them. Let's pull another card. Over and over, the story repeats. You are a spiritual being with your words and your emotions to formulate images up here of what you prefer. Then seeing what you can bring into the world because you don't need the world to complete you. Renewal, 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 over and over again as you bring that light in. And you'll notice you'll go through cycles and changes as you expand your material world, represented by the red robe. All of the blue and the white and the purple up here is you finding ways to communicate in new ways to bring those wonderful things down into the world. Renewal. We could just keep pulling cards, but what? It's telling the same story over and over again in a lot of different ways, right? We're just clearing the space to be able to bring that heart chakra green to create all of the wonderful things, all of the wonderful renewal of that green into the world. With our harmonious connection to the light, that happens because we are realizing that the divine masculine and the divine feminine are the true couple that are whole inside us and that are holy. Whoa, have fun creating your reality or voting for it or preferring it. The most important thing is to know your true identity as the spiritual being having the human experience. That is the pearl of great price. That is the number one thing to learn. That is what sustains us. Have a great day. Enjoy. Leave me some comments. Let me know what you're thinking about. Got any questions? Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'll be publishing every day. I hope that you continue to be one of the spiritual friends here, having spiritual experiences, setting your intentions for your highest good. Take care.